And I'm Pajama Sharon, taking viewers across the waters to the Elysian fields of good shows. And with me are my two accomplices. Patrick, say hi to the people.
Hey everybody! Are you sure you're not taking them across the fields to across the river Styx to the Elysian fields? Or are you taking them to be damned in Tartarus? I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
If they don't have that money, off to Tartarus it is. But we know who's gonna go to the Elysian fields. David, say hey to people.
Hey everybody, great to be with you. Before you take that boat ride, please know there's a detour at I-64, and it's on a toll road, so you have to go that way. It's a little bit of construction going on right now. Glad you guys could join us for a little bit of Halloween fun. Let's do this.
All right. Well, today we have a special edition of mostly Halloween flicks. We have The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix, The Blackening on Starz, Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus, and the next episode of Loki, The Heart of the TVA. And let's real quick say hi to our buddies from the Superpower Dare Die team. Hey, how's everybody? All right. Well, let's get started with our first, The Fall of the House of Usher.
Thank heaven. The crisis, the danger is past.
Make me dream of you. What we can think to say. Never love this way. What we can think to say. Make me dream of I'm a Medicare fraud investigator, and I'm here because you work at Fortunato.
I called you tonight to give you the only thing you've ever wanted. My confession. You know, nobody gets away with anything, not really.
This time.
Oh boy. I want to go first. I loved it. Oh my goodness. Everything about this was super cool. The way they were able to integrate the Edgar Allen Poe tales was just really beautiful. The story was amazing. The look of it was fantastic. The gore was very gory. Definitely not for children at all. But I really like the artistic story that they used and the great acting. I just loved it. I thought this is one of my favorite series of the entire year, not just Halloween, but of the entire year. Patrick, what do you think?
I agree. This was really well done. I was super impressed with the way they were able to integrate, but not directly quote the Poe works that they were each episode was based on. This is as good as American Horror Story was back when American Horror Story was good. I really like this, and I'm not a big horror fan by any stretch of the imagination, but this was really well done. I mean, the literature, like I said, was pretty seamless. It didn't feel like it was it felt natural, it felt organic, as opposed to them trying to fit something into the Raven or the Pit and the Pendulum or one of the other Poe tales that they kind of referenced. It was really well done. Like I said, this is as good as American Horror Story ever was, and I loved American Horror Story back in the day before it jumped the rails.
Yeah, I think it's just fantastic. David, what did you think?
Oh, I agree. I thought it was very creative to take these unique, separate stories, weave them in.
Yeah.
American Horror Story is definitely, I think that's so appropriate. You know what stood out to me at the beginning of it, though, the way the opening reminded me going back to the 90s a little bit, to the Leonardo DiCaprio, Claire Danes, Romeo and Juliet.
What a great
There
movie.
was that was something to me in this telling, the way they showed that Usher family. It just reminded me a little bit of that. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Love Edgar Allan Poe. What a perfect thing to have for Halloween. I can't recommend this set of adaptations enough to our viewing fans.
And if you're so inclined, go check out the works of Edgar Allan Poe, and you will be happy you did so. But please don't let your children watch this. This was very violent and gory, but it was certainly a beautiful tragedy. and one more thing, such a powerful message about the rise and the tragic nature of the pharmaceutical industry right now.
That was the one thing I would have complained about, is that it seems to have been, that is the one thing me and my wife, when we were watching it, it seems like that is an overused trope a little bit now. I mean, everybody knows how
perfectly
got out.
Me.
I mean, it was a convenient. I don't know. It felt like it was something that was overused.
Nah, that speech at the end.
Not just in this show, but overall in a lot of works. It seems like it's kind of your go-to.
They are the
guys
big
to be a pharmaceutical
right now.
corporation.
And every age has their big baddie. Right, it was the Russians, it was the Chinese. Now we have to look internally. It's these multinational pharmaceutical companies.
Well, we still got to look at those guys. Chinese totalitarian regime looking to overthrow the world.
Well,
Russians,
we're not saying
really
that those are over by any means, but this is the one that's hitting Americans right now. And that speech that they gave at the last episode about the two are talking about why they are the ruling class and why people shouldn't do what they do. That was really powerful, and I was like, wow, this is just incredible. Incredible, dropping some hard truths and that people need to hear and be aware of. So definitely not just for the gore and the scary, but listen to the messages that the fall of the House of Usher give us. And welcome, Tim Windsor. Glad to see you here with us. Great to have you back. And okay, next up is a new age scary movie called The Blackening. Let's take a peek.
This little reunion about to crack. We got the whole crew back.
Really? A cabin in the woods?
You all have a wonderful stay.
We set her up, baby. Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody drinking now.
You still a slave to the white man?
Y'all gonna stop calling my wife the white man, all right?
That Molly finally got his ass.
That is what we do on Juneteenth.
So the lights just come on when they want to.
Hey, look at this. What is this?
Shit probably
Pick a card and save Morgan.
Sacrifice the person you deem the blackest to me.
The blackest?
Guys, I can prove I'm not the blackest.
Prove it.
I voted for Trump.
What?
Twice.
That should get him messed up just for that on GP. David, what did you think of The Blackening?
Very creative. I think it was a smart film, but really played on the airplane and some of the scary movie things. But I thought it took it up a notch. I thought it was funny, great cast, well done. A little bit uncomfortable at times, some of the jokes, candidly, but I think it was a really well done film. Very impressive cast.
Yeah, I think so too. Pat, what did you think?
I did not think, because I do not have Starz, and that was the only place I could watch it, so I did not get to see it.
Oh, okay. Well, you missed a funny one. It is about these 10-year reunion. These things kind of always are like, I guess 10 years is kind of like the standard time for people to get together in a lot of these type of movies. But it was really interesting and funny and really kind of brilliant satire on blacks in horror, with what they now is a new term called horror noir. And some of the tropes that they have, and how in this movie are their tagline is, well, we all can't die. So we all can't die first. So definitely it was super funny. I thought it was a little bit too much on some slurs. That's just me. I was like, y'all could ease up on that kind of stuff. But I think the jokes and the funniness, but also kind of what happens at that stage of life too, when you're in your late 20s, kind of where you are and where you're going in life. They had some pretty nice things to say about that too. So very, very surprisingly funny and interesting movie for the holidays. If you want to have a funny Halloween, check out might not be for the little ones though. Check out The Blackening. Now we do have one that is for the kiddies. It is the remake of Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus. Let's take a peek.
Wait! I should warn you before you step inside the house. This could change the course of your entire life.
I'm not afraid of a couple ghosts.
You say that now.
That's when things started to get weird. Isn't this great? I mean, I've been dying to go to this place for 60 years. That's why we came to you, because you've got a vision. Guys.
It's great.
What we would like is a sketch artist.
Magician, yeah.
Magician.
Eyes far apart.
We're a bit sunken into the recesses of his
Deep eyes.
ocular, no eyelids.
So they're into his skull, no eyelids. What about his nose?
No nose.
Is this the man who mugged you?
Wow! You just did that just now? This is amazing.
Patrick, what'd you think of the remake of Haunted Mansion?
First off, I didn't know it was a remake, but I did enjoy this quite a bit.
What? With Eddie Murphy back in the day?
Yeah, I guess I never even saw that one.
Well, I thought you would have saw that with your kids.
Well, anyway, but I enjoyed this quite a bit. I'm surprised it didn't do better at the box office, to be honest, because man, there's a lot of star power in that. I kind of wonder if perhaps they may have just released that at a bad time of the year. I mean, that was out in, I want to say, middle of summer or early summer or late spring. So it was a terrible time for a spooky movie. I would think, I don't know what their overall thought process was on it. The overall movie was really well done, I thought. I mean, good special effects. The humor was appropriately placed. I thought some of the characters were kind of calling it in just because it's what they've always done before. Danny DeVito, Owen Wilson, both their characters were things they've done 100 times if they've done it once. So, no big stretches dramatically, but it was pretty enjoyable. Good, solid fare. I mean, it was, it wasn't a French cuisine, but it was definitely good meatloaf.
Oh, okay. David, what did you think?
I really enjoyed this. Lakefield Stanfield is more than just a really cool name. This is a very talented actor.
Lakeith.
All right, forgive me for not saying his name right, but this guy is a great actor. He was in the Murder of Freddie Hampton movie, played a powerful role in that. Here he is, the lead in this. A lot more, a kinder, gentler movie. Wonderful in this story. The young man, Chase Dillon, that plays Rosario Dawson's son, he's great. I enjoyed this a lot. This was a lot of fun. I kind of liked it better. I think I saw part of that Eddie Murphy movie a lifetime ago. This was really well done. Good special effects. I love the fact that you're having these scary stories in New Orleans.
I thought it was trash. This was the worst. I just did enjoy it at all. I thought it was a money grab. And
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
thought,
everything's a money grab. It's Disney.
I mean, but it was just not great. I mean, now I do understand the kids will love it. I think that, I was just about half hour in, if that, like, no, this is awful. I just did not enjoy it. And I was surprised because I love Rosario Dawson. I love Lakeith Stanfield. I love Owen Wilson. I love Danny DeVito. I love Jamie Lee Curtis as the one in the
Madam Lakita or whatever it was.
Yeah. So it had like a bunch of elements, but it was something about the story this time. I was just not.
It felt manufactured.
Yeah, it just felt like, let's add this in. Let's make sure we get this prop in that harkens back to Disney that we can sell. And it was just commodified too much, I thought.
Oh my God, the product placement was ugly, obvious too. So ugly, obvious. I almost wanted to go buy a Burger King and a Pepsi, I'm just saying.
I mean, it was just like, come on. So, but I understand the kids will like it. It's certainly something the whole family can watch together. If you want to have something playing, if, you're passing out candy for Halloween or something like that, you have the spooky music going. And so, I get just not my cup of tea. So a little bit of a mixed bag, but good for the kids. So if you want to watch it, go ahead. If you want good cinema, try something else. That's my opinion. But definitely it is for the family. Haunted Mansion. Okay, let's take a peek at the heart of the TVA, which has got to be Opie in Loki. Let's take a look.
Anyone who joins me right here will have a life on the timeline if they want it.
Here's the deal. You have to trust us, and we don't have time.
But I learned everything I know from a brilliant 19th century inventor named Victor Timely. What did you say your name was?
Someone told me that the TVA has to change, and it has to change now.
I don't think it'll change anything.
Don't be so sure of that. Your words changed me.
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
We are gods.
Listen, get in, get suited up. When those doors open, get down the gangway as fast as you can. Load the multiplier, launch it, and get back. Got it?
Got it.
Good luck.
Time to be brave.
Time to take out the donuts. Patrick, as our guru of all things Marvel, what did you think?
It is still one of the joys of this show is to watch Loki become a hero, because he's not a hero. And I mean, there's some hints of it every now and then. He's definitely got a dark side, but he is not a hero in any Marvel property that's canon wise. I mean, he is always the bad guy. At best, he's an inadvertent good guy who, because he wants to do something bad, he's got to do something good at best. And you see flashes of good or bad, like when he starts threatening the people with the box in last episode. And this episode where he's like, we are gods. And I'm like, well, technically in the Norse pantheon, yep, you're a god. Yeah. So I keep getting it. And the little clip you showed about Timely going, I got this from a guy named, Ouroboros, and you got it from me. And I'm like, oh my God, it is an Ouroboros. It's making itself. That was such a wonderful little, tidbit if you were paying attention at all. I mean, it was really good.
Right.
And the cast, and Jonathan Majors as Timely is a much better Kang, or a more sympathetic Kang than you've seen in any of the other properties he's been doing Kang in. So good stuff. I keep waiting to see, how this is going to end. We got some stuff going on, lots of big changes are coming up. We're cresting over the hump. We're heading into the end game here, so we can see where we're going. Good stuff.
Yeah, David, what did you think?
Well, I think it's. I agree. I'm actually really starting to get into it more. I think having Jonathan Majors in these episodes has really kind of bumped it up. I really do, and I agree with Patrick. It's fun to see Loki as a hero. We saw hints of that last year, and he's doing that more. In terms of the product placement, and I do find Disney and everyone to be a little obscene with that. I agree. That's why I have to give this episode 2 Krispy Kreme donuts. 2 Krispy Kreme donuts, and out of 3 is outstanding. So get your Scooby Doo Krispy Kreme donuts before they're all out. Just saying that. Trying to get, but no, I enjoy this. This is fun. It's real. I'm really getting more into it. I am going to go back and start watching season 1, but that trip to Chicago, I really liked the trip to Chicago. That steampunk kind of world was enjoyable. Even my man Henry Beesman Jones, Downey, he's loving this. As you can see, he's up here raising all kinds of a ruckus, knocking every little thing down as we go. You liked it, Henry? Yes, Henry likes it quite a bit. So he says also to stay tuned for more Loki.
Well, Wally and I did not. I still am not there. I should be. I just cannot with this show this time. I have to say, I really liked, which saved it from being a complete F on the episode for me, was the whole back and forth about, I learned this from a man named Victor Timely, and I learned this from Ouroboros. And then they're like, oh, and like Pat, I was like, that's exactly what an Ouroboros is. And that to me also highlights the problem with it, is that in these time travel kind of movies, you have these dichotomies of people and their inner acting with themselves in time, and there's just no it's just, I just don't like it. No.
It makes it a better writing challenge if you can write something that's good and you can solve those problems.
Yeah,
I like it better.
I haven't seen them solve it yet. So that's why I have a problem with this. And so I'm hoping that, I love Loki. So I'm just hoping that it somehow, these last 2, I think we only have 2 episodes left.
I think so.
That it kind of, I'm willing to take the journey down the river Styx. But if they don't hurry up, I'm steering them right to Tartarus. Into the pit with them. Oh no, did we get a cat butt?
We might have. We might have gotten
for
it.
The holiday. Look at that little face, that little rascal.
I got to get him a little construction worker hat. That'd be fun.
Yes. So definitely I'm not there yet with it, but you guys are. So down the river Styx we'll travel. So we'll see in a couple weeks if they get the final from me. But it's something that, and what I appreciated, thankfully it was Disney when the villain destroyed the other TVA officers, that they did not show the aftermath of it. And I was like, thank God this is on Disney, so you don't have to look at something gross like that would have been. And then my question was, why do they have a squishing machine in the TVA anyway? It's just so weird.
The workings are mysterious and wonderful. You just don't know.
Yeah, that's just weird. It made me want some hot cocoa and a slice of pie. If you watched it, you'll get it. So definitely, I one thing I'm wanting to see is if hot cocoa is the thing that saves the day at the end. We'll see. But definitely for these 2, check out Loki. Okay. Well, that takes us all that we had for this week for our special Halloween edition. Now, definitely you can have a nice little movie marathon, and coming tomorrow, I'm going to have a special Halloween, my top 5 Halloween diverse picks. So definitely you want to tune in for that. And next week, we are going to be, of course, watching Loki, the season finale of Gen V, as well as it's finally streaming, Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. It's coming out Halloween, as well as A Haunting in Venice is coming out on Halloween. So definitely add those to your schedule, and you will have some really fun and spooky times on Halloween. So, Patrick, say goodnight to the people with any final words you have.
You know, as I was thinking about last week's show, there was a vampire movie that I really did love. I forgot about because I just hadn't thought about it for a few minutes. Blade is the best vampire movie, period. And I will fight you to the death about it. Oh yeah, it beats all them other ones. I mean, it's Wesley Snipes, the height of his badness. He is killing vampires. It's nothing but vampires. And it is so excellent. I can't recommend that enough. Don't watch the other two, though. Just watch the first one.
Oh, I like the third one. Ooh, Blade
wrong
Trinity.
answer.
I like that one. The Dominic Purcell as
horrible.
Oh, I like that
first
one.
One's the best one.
The second one is
the first one
absolute trash.
The first one captures the essence of it, you know, of Blade just being this absolute bane of, you know, all these vampires. He's going around getting some, you know. He's the daywalker, man. I love that movie. So good. Other than that, everybody have a good trip.
The new Blade should be out, I think, next year, unless it's been pushed back to 2025. But I believe
I am not looking at any dates
out.
except, you know, any dates that are going on right now. I don't accept them because nobody knows. This is the biggest.
It might be pushed
fire. Back. So we'll see how it goes. I hope they get this stuff settled. I hope they get a fair settlement. All you actors out there, keep it up, man. I appreciate you going at it. You know, stay solid. Don't let the man push you down. Other than that, everybody have a good Halloween. You know.
Yeah, and David,
everybody,
how about you give us some good night wishes and any final words that you have for us?
I will. On behalf of Henry, who's probably going to make another edition here. Great to be with you all. My favorite, again, vampire movie. I went back. I actually saw the original silent Nosferatu in the theater. That really is, despite not giving Dracula his due and the copyrights, it's pretty spectacular start for the genre. Have a great week. Enjoy Halloween. It's a great time to put on an outfit and be whoever you want to be. And heck, maybe you can be that person all year as long as they're nice. Have a great week. We'll see you later.
And I have another one I just watched today. I'll talk about it on my Halloween special. If you have a chance to watch The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster, it is fantastic. It's a new take on a Frankenstein story, and very, very, very interesting and timely. So that's my little holiday Halloween recommendation. That's kind of different. But it's on AMC Plus or All Black, or you can rent it. You know, it's video on demand. So check it out. Okay, so I hope you have a really good week. Don't eat too much candy. If not, go November 1st to the dentist. And have a great week. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Rock, chalk, Jayhawk, baby.